What is going on, guys? So tonight I'm going to try my best to answer a question I get asked probably 50 times a day, no joke, across my Pokemon and One Piece channels, which is, Grayson, if you had X amount of dollars, what would you buy? Or would you rather buy X or Y right now? And it's very difficult for me in about 10, 15 seconds reading a message on a YouTube or a DM on Instagram or something, or an email, to give you the best answer, right? Like, I don't know anything about you. I don't know your goals. I don't know how much money you have to spend. So it's difficult for me to answer this question. I don't really enjoy answering them. But tonight we're going to take $1,000, which I know for some people is a lot of money. For some of you, that's probably not a lot of money. You might have 10,000, 100,000 to spend on one piece, but we'll go for 1,000 right now. And we're just going to give you a couple different avenues that you could put your money into with that small of a budget. So the first option would be Awakening of the New Era, just getting 4 booster boxes. Now I know TCG player price is about $280, so that would come out to around $1,120. But I'm pretty sure you can still get these boxes for around $250 if you're looking on the open market. I did say a couple videos ago though, in Canada, some stores still had these for around like 220 USD. Those have all dried up at this point. Like any store that was around 300 Canadian, those are gone at this point. I think Mirage Trading or something on Shopify has a couple boxes left. And that was last night I checked, so they might even be sold out now. Most stores are in that like 330, 340 Canadian range at this point, but I still think it's reasonable on Facebook to get 4 of these boxes for around $1,000 USD. Now, a second option you could go with is getting 1 box of Awakening of the New Era. You could get 1 box of PRB01, the premium booster, and you could get 1 box of OP01 Romance Dawn, the white bottom, and this would come out to around $980 USD right now. Again, you could probably get this down to even like 900 USD and be under budget. This is a little bit different. I still think OP05, you should get some exposure to this in most cases. I'm a big fan of OP05. Again, it is older. I think it's still possible it could get reprinted. And you'll see on this list, most options don't have OP09. And the reason for that is I think OP09 is going to get a reprint at some point this year. So buying in right now, if you only had like $1,000 budget and you didn't have any money put away, prepared for when a reprint comes, I would not recommend buying OP09. Maybe you buy 1 box, right, and just get a little exposure just in case it doesn't get reprinted. If you have a lot more money to spend than OP09, again, like this is a case by case basis. If you had more money, I'd probably recommend it. But right now, if you don't, get a little bit of OP05. It's an older set. Okay, it's less likely to be reprinted, even though I still think it could potentially get reprinted this year. Same thing with PRB01. It could get reprinted. Bandai hasn't really shown that they reprint their specialty sets that often in games. So until they do that with sets like EBO1, like your PRBO1, EBO2, or PRBO2 this year, I would still be buying these fairly aggressively until they actually do that and prove to the investors and consumers that they're willing essentially to reprint those. So I'd go with those 2 boxes. And then OPO1, a staple of One Piece TCG. People are going to want to go back and chase the Shanks manga and some of those other early cards. So I think it's fine, even though it's a white bottom. It wouldn't be pre-errata. It's still a decent way to go. I think these boxes will still do decently long term. A third option would give you a lot more variety. So again, 1 box of OP05, Awakening of the New Era. You could get 1 box of OP06, Wings of the Captain. And I actually kind of like Wings of the Captain. I do like that Zoro card. The more I look at it, I am a big fan. I don't think there's a lot of supporting depth to the set, but that is a solid card. You get 1 box of OP07. That's going to be your waifu set with the Boa Hancock manga up top. You could get this box probably around $100 USD as well. You could get 1 box of EBO2 on pre-order for around $200. And again, I've told multiple people this week. I think you should be getting this box closer to like 150, 160 USD. $200 seems expensive. Again, you guys in the States, it's kind of an unfortunate situation with the tariffs right now. But you guys in Canada that follow me, I'm in the same boat as you. You guys in Europe, you can definitely get this a lot cheaper. But if you are in Canada, you could import this from Europe. You could probably even get it from Australia. But then again, you're kind of taking the risk that they might be the 4 Asia boxes. So I'd rather grab it from Europe if I had the choice and they were around the same price. But You could go that way, get a box of EBO2 as well. I think that's going to be a great set with the Luffy cards in there. And again, it's a specialty set, so all the reprint stuff applies. And then one box of PRBO1, same thing with the reprints, but also just a super deep set. All those manga cards, the gold dawns, just the fact that you're guaranteed an SR in each pack. Like it is a solid set. And I'm looking forward to PRBO2 coming out later this year as well. It's going to be interesting when we get some releases there. And then option four, if you did want to get OPO9, you wanted to take the risk, you wanted to buy at a level where I think post reprint, we're probably going to go below where we currently are. You could get 5 boxes of OPO9 for $925 USD. You could probably even get it closer to like 900 USD or something. This set's amazing. You have the Gold Roger card in there, which I think I have the mangas pulled up. This card right here, just amazing. You also have this Luffy manga card. So this set's super deep. OPO9, like it will go down as one of the best sets, probably of all time, unless we, continue to get banger sets and Bandai steps their game up. I actually told someone on a consult last night that I really hope Bandai can implement like one or two more kind of unique card rarities or kind of like gimmicks to the game. I love the Golden Dawn cards from PRBO1, so I want to see something else like that in the future. If you guys follow Pokemon, they just announced their monochrome black and white cards for the upcoming set. Those look amazing. And Bandai's done this well in the past. We got the Wanted posters, the Golden Dawns, those are all great. So I think if they put their minds to it, they can come up with a few more ideas that will be absolute bangers. But you could go right now with 5 boxes of OPO9. That could be a fourth option for you. Out of these 4 options, I would probably be going with option 1 right now, just getting OPO5, loading up on it. I think that option 2 would be my second choice. Pretty decent sets. Romance Dawn, I already have some of this though, so personal bias, I think I'd rather just load up on OPO5 right now. Oh, option 3, you're getting a lot of boxes, so if you want to diversify a little bit more, that's fine. OPO9, I think this is probably the worst choice right now, even though it is probably the best set out of all of these, except maybe PRBO1. It is an amazing set. It's going to do great long term, but I do think that we are going to be primed for a reprint of OPO9 at some point this year. And that's when you're going to be able to hop in and get some cases if you haven't already. Another thing you could do if you want to stretch your budget maybe to like $1,500 or something, or closer to $2,000 probably realistically. I know TCG Player probably is a little bit higher than market. Maybe just saving up for a case of OP11 or OP13 coming later this year. OP11 though, we already know what cards are inside, so it's less of a risk compared to something like OP13. I think this set's going to be great. You have the gold Luffy in there, and then like the silver Luffy. Those cards are going to be very, very expensive. I think the gold card out the gate's probably going to be close to $3,000, just based on what we're seeing in Japan, and the Japanese card being very, very expensive as well. So this set, if you guys don't have any OP11, this is another option that you could be pre-ordering and adding into your investment portfolio. And a final thing I want to touch on, because I know there are people that watch my channel that are interested in singles and slabs. If I had $1,000, I picked out a few that I think would probably be the most relevant. The first would be the Shanks manga from OPO1. I don't think you can buy a pre-errata for sub $1,000. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Like maybe you can. Let me know in the comments down below. Either way, if you're getting this card for around $850, I can't imagine that this card's going to ever go much lower than this unless the popularity of this game just dies out, right? This card, as we saw, a lot more supply hit the market, a lot more boxes, and that obviously brings the price down on a lot of these cards. That makes absolute sense. But the fact that we're not going to see more OPO1, or we're more than likely never going to see more boxes coming from Bandai in a reprint, I think this card is getting close to its bottom around that 850 price point. This is the original manga card, guys, so people are going to want this in the future, even though it's probably not my favorite manga card. I do tend to like the newer ones that have a little bit more of the manga showing in every corner. But that's just my personal opinion. You could also go with the Ace card from Paramount War for similar reasons. We've seen a lot of OPO2 hit the market. I doubt we're going to get more. I doubt Bandai is going to be reprinting these first 4 sets, especially because they're going out of rotation. So getting a card like this, when we kind of already know how many cards are out there, that we're not going to be getting more cards of it, it's going to probably bottom out around the $600, $650 range. In most recent sales, you're actually getting closer to $800 again. So those are all from actually mid-April. We haven't seen a ton of sales over the past couple of weeks, but Yeah, the Ace, that's another good choice. The Boa Hancock from OPO7, this is a little bit newer of a card, a lot cheaper as well, around that 500-600 range. Most recent sale, however, is $700 and then $699 back on May 2nd. So this card is climbing as well. Maybe we get more OPO7. I mean, it's still in the realm of possibility. It's not a super, super old set, but this is a great card as well. And then also the Nami, this is from the premium booster. I think this card in that 600 range, you could throw this in here. And again, if you're going to go for one of these waifus, maybe you get a box of like Romance Dawn, or maybe you get a box of like EBO2 wherever it is, and then I don't know, like a box of OP11, or you could mix and match a little bit if you want to get some of these manga cards, something like the Ace or the Shanks, a little bit more expensive. You're going to have less room to grab boxes, so then maybe go for like an OPO5 or something. But these are all boxes that I think you can't really go wrong with. I wouldn't go super, super deep with OPO6 out of any of these. I just threw it in here as a little bit of a diversification method, and it's not a terrible set. And then also the fact that, you had to find a box that was a little bit cheaper to make the math work. But if you go heavy in any of these, like OPO5, PRBO1, what else? OPO9. Like again, just be ready for a reprint. I have 2 cases of OPO9, and my plan is if a reprint comes and we see this tank down into like the 120s, the 140s, I'm going to be buying more cases of this. The set is friggin' amazing. So I'm not too worried. But again, if you only have like $1,000 or something to work with, or $500, you might not want to spend it all on a product that's more than likely going to get reprinted, because you're going to have to wait a lot longer before you see a decent level of appreciation on your investment. And the final thing I want to end on, because I have started doing this and taking on clients, is I've set up a consultation method, link in the description down below. If you guys need help getting into One Piece investing, you want to figure out where to buy from, get the cheapest prices, Pokemon investing as well, I have a lot more experience in that. Maybe you're setting up a YouTube channel or an eBay store and you want my help. Those are all things that I've done successfully in my life, and I'm willing to help you out and give you the focused attention that you need in order to succeed. So if that's something that interests you and you want a little bit more one-on-one time, definitely check out the description down below. Again, thank you guys so much for watching the video. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers as well, which is insane. So thank you all so much for the support. Again, we're just getting started. There's so much more to come. I'm very excited for One Piece, Pokemon, everything in 2025. Have a positive outlook on things, guys, and good things will come to you. Again, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.